The coast track was flat and fast. Percy was pleased, but Thomas was worried.
The wind has started to whip and whistle.
It puffed and it huffed the balloon up in the air and away.
Cinders and ashes!
Flatten my funnel!
We must rattle and race after the big balloon.
Percy's boiler bubbled.
No, Thomas. We should wait and watch for the big balloon. It's sure to float back to us.
Thomas wasn't sure, but he didn't want to upset Percy.
Very well, Percy.
So Thomas and Percy waited and watched. Then Gordon huffed huffily in. He was on his way to pick up Sir Topham Hatt.
What are you two doing?
We're waiting for the big balloon
To flutter and float back to us.
Gordon grunted grumpily.
The big balloon won't float back to you. The wind will whip it away.
And it did. That made Percy very upset. Thomas didn't want Percy to be upset.
Don't worry, Percy. We'll chuff back to the docks. Mr. Bubbles is sure to have another big balloon.
Mr. Bubbles had blown up another big balloon. His cheeks were red and rosy.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. Pump your pistons for the show, Percy.
Thomas and Percy giggled and jiggled along the track. Then they came to a tunnel.
Cinders and ashes. This tunnel is too small for the big balloon.
Buffers and bumpers.
We must chuff back to another tunnel.
Percy's funnel fizzed.
No, Thomas. I'm sure we can pull the big balloon through the tunnel.
Thomas wasn't sure at all, but he didn't want to upset his best friend Percy.
Very well, Percy. Puff on.
But the big balloon was too big. It stuck tight. Then Gordon wheeshed in. Sir Topham Hatt was in his carriage. The big balloon blocked his track.
What are you two doing now?
We're trying to push.
And pull the big balloon through the tunnel.
Gordon grunted and groaned.
Oh, it will pop.
That made Percy upset. Thomas didn't want Percy to be upset.
Don't worry, Percy. We can chuff back to the docks. Mr. Bubbles is sure to have another big balloon.
Mr. Bubbles had huffed and puffed. He had blown up another big balloon.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. Pump your pistons, Percy. Off we puff to the show.
Now, Thomas and Percy were late for the show. They wheeshed and they whooshed like the wind. The big balloon bobbled and wobbled. Then Gordon thundered towards them.
Out of my way! Express coming through!
Thomas and Percy screeched to a stop.
Trembly tracks.
The big balloon bounced from the flatbed, high into the sky. Then it fizzed and it whizzed, darting this way and that as it shrank smaller and smaller.
My hat!
My hat!
My hat!
All the hats were hatless.
Thomas! What are you doing?